I was walking in one of the most beautiful villages in Italy. It's called Portofino. Beautiful houses, beautiful women going around. We were walking through some nice, luxury boutiques, and the restaurants were all amazing. People were all dressed well. In the water, there were some yachts all around. So it was a really wealthy place. I look around with my big smile on my face, and I noticed how everyone was like that serious. And so I started laughing to myself and thinking to myself, bro, why are these people even going on vacation if they're just as happy as they would be when being at work? Now, in that moment, I really realized, because I've made this realization several times, that money will never be able to buy you happiness. But why is that? Mainly because money can buy you the things you want. It can buy you your pleasure, it can buy you freedom, it can do whatever you want, it can buy you time, it can buy you even, everything you really want, like every material thing you want, like a car, like a house, whatever. But it will never be able to buy you inner peace or happiness. And so the biggest mistake I see many people, including me in the past, doing, and this is the reason why you're very probably unhappy, is that we think that pleasure and the physical material things we want will get us happiness. We think that pleasure is happiness and that getting the things we want will make us happy. Now, that is a big mistake, because pleasure, first of all, is not happiness. And secondly, getting the things you want won't make you happy. Why is pleasure not happiness? Mainly because they are two different things. It's very simply like that. Happiness, at least my definition of happiness, is feeling totally at peace, full, like you don't need anything anymore. Feeling happy is like you don't need anything. You're totally at peace with yourself and are just feeling amazing, right? Pleasure, on the other hand, is like a physical sense, is like feeling a physical like height, like an orgasm, like eating junk food, like eating sugar, like doing things like that. That is pleasure. I bet you're probably familiar with kind of like the definition of pleasure, and that it really is not happiness. Most people think that pleasure is happiness. Most people run after pleasures because they think that satisfying that inner need will make them happy, will make them feel at peace with themselves. And so all of us really want to feel at peace with ourselves. But the crazy thing is that we try to get that by doing things that won't make us happy, by doing things that will just get us pleasure. So that was mistake number one. Most of us, including me in the past, think that pleasure will get us happiness. It can't, bro. It can't. Sex will never get you happiness. Eating junk food will never get you happiness. Do you want a confirmation of that? Just look at people who are eating an ice cream. How many of them do really look like genuinely happy? Probably out of 100, maybe one or two. And that is because pleasure is not happiness. And the second thing we need to understand is that the things you want to get, the things that you think will get you happiness, won't, bro. You might think that getting, a lot of money, getting like that crazy car, getting a girlfriend, getting a house, getting whatever you want will make you happy. But that really is just fooling you around. You think that you need to have something to be happy. You need that happiness is something that is awaiting for you someday in the future. But until you think like that, my experience tells me that you will never be happy. Just look at the things that you have achieved in the past that you really wanted. You may really have felt like, I really want that thing. You really felt deep down inside that thing would make you feel satisfied. Getting that thing you wanted, like for example, me, it was having sex, it was getting a six-pack ab, having, a good physique, and things like that would make me feel satisfied with myself. I really thought that getting the things I wanted would make me feel at peace. And that's probably what you're thinking right now, because it's what everyone is thinking around us. But then I got those things. It does make you happy. It can't. because happiness is not pleasure, and happiness is actually just a choice. That is the biggest mistake. We feel inside that we need to still an inner need, right? We want that sugar, we want that sex, we want the orgasm, we want whatever other pleasurable thing. We want that car, we want that house, we want whatever, right? And we feel like until we don't get that, we feel like we're going to feel unsatisfied. We're going to feel not like fulfilled. And so we think to ourselves that getting that thing will make us feel at peace, will still that need, will still that inner, sense of not feeling completed and full. But then we actually get it and we realize that, we wanted that other thing too. And then we wanted that other thing and the other thing and the other thing. And the rat race never ends. It never ends, bro. Doesn't matter what you get, it never ends until you actually realize that happiness is a choice. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't go and achieve the things you want to get 100%. Just realize that getting those things will never really satisfy you. Nothing material you will ever get, nothing material you will ever achieve, and nothing material you will ever experience will ever make you feel deeply, deeply, deeply at peace with yourself. Mainly because your happiness, your inner peace is already inside of you. So the funny thing is that we all run after things. We all run after, the money, the sex, the cars, the whatever, thinking that that thing will unlock our inner happiness, that thing will make us feel satisfied, even though we're running around literally with our happiness already inside of us. That's the crazy thing. And when I realized that and I actually experienced that for the first time, I remember being really euphoric. I realized that was the truth. That was my happiness. Let me tell you this. You are deep down already happy. There is a kind of like a source of happiness, of inner peace already inside of you. I know this might sound like I'm a Buddhist or something like that, but listen out, because this is really important if you want to feel at peace with yourself. You have deep down that source. So you cannot find happiness outside of you because you already have it inside of you. Now, the funny thing is that until you don't look inside and really start letting that source flow, you will never really experience happiness. Until you think that it's outside there, needing something, that you need something in order to be happy, you will never be able to feel it inside. And so how can you actually start to be happy? It's very simple. It's about the choice. It's a very simple choice you can make in every single situation. In every single situation, you have the choice to be happy, at peace with yourself. Whatever you're doing, even if you haven't achieved the things that you want, even if you have achieved the things that you want, all the time you have the choice to be at peace with yourself or to think that your happiness needs something to be unlocked, right? And so you really just need to allow yourself to be happy. It's literally as simple as that. The next time you're going around, or actually try it out right now, try literally feeling happy. Literally imagine yourself as if you had an inner light in your chest, like an inner source of peace and happiness, and just let it flow. Just feel happy. Just allow yourself to be happy without needing any reason to do so. Can you feel it? Now, sometimes it might not be so easy to feel it straight away. For some people, they straight away feel that inner happiness. They straight away understand how to choose to be happy all the time. For other people, that inner feeling has been lost a little bit because we were so concentrated on getting it from the outside. Now, even if you didn't get it straight away, try it out again and again and again. Try it out a few times today, now a few times tomorrow. Write it down literally on a piece of paper. Happiness is a choice. And every single time you read that, try to just kind of force yourself to be happy, or allow yourself to be happy. Be happy without a reason. And then you will see that one day, probably today or tomorrow, you will unlock that feeling. You will unlock how to actually allow yourself to be happy without anything to be needed. And when you do that, you will actually have unlocked the secret to be happy. and that is to choose to be happy. It's literally as simple as that. As I said, now in the past few months, I've been using this over and over and over again. And it literally is as simple as that. Now I can be happy and kind of like force myself to be happy. But I'm actually not forcing myself. I would say more, it's allowing myself to be happy in any situation, whatever I'm doing, whatever is happening. Things have happened where most people would be unhappy, getting a bad grade on exam, being in the gym and really doing some nasty shit like, 20-minute abs workout, like really heavy, or like 10 minutes wall sit with after my leg workout with weights on my legs, so everything was burning. And by realizing that I didn't need anything to be happy, by remembering it actually and allowing myself to be happy, I was actually happy there in that situation, feeling like I didn't need anything anymore. And you can do the same. As soon as you realize that your happiness doesn't require anything, that your happiness doesn't require your money, it doesn't require you to eat an ice cream or eat a cake, have sex, whatever other thing that you might think you need to still that inner need. Because very often actually it's not even conscious, right? People that eat an ice cream or eat junk food don't really think to themselves, okay, I will eat those potato chips so that I will be happy. No, they actually are not even conscious of it. Most of us do those things, those bad habits, to get pleasure because we want to still an inner need of feeling satisfied. People who smoke, who are addicted to drugs, who eat junk food, who are addicted to porn or every other thing, do it because they have kind of like an inner itching feeling that they're not feeling satisfied, and they're searching for the thing that will make them feel satisfied. And the mistake is of thinking that anything at all will make you feel satisfied with yourself, will eliminate that itching feeling you have. And as we both know, if you have been addicted to porn and you overcame that addiction, or you have been addicted to eating junk food and you actually started eating well, we both know basically that doesn't make you feel happy, all right? You eat that cake, you get a little bit of pleasure in your mouth, but then you don't really feel better, right? You want the next piece, or you want the other thing. You want to start scrolling on Instagram to feel, even more of that, inner happiness, but it never does, because it's pleasure, not happiness. And so subconsciously, most of us are addicted to things because we actually are searching for happiness, and we think that the things we are doing will kind of like steal that inner need to feel satisfied, to feel fulfilled, when in reality it can't. It is a choice. And so this mindset shift really totally changed my life, bro. It made me understand that I could be happy all the fucking time without needing anything to happen, without needing to achieve anything. So I could actually go ahead and achieve the things that I wanted to achieve, the nice things I really wanted to have. But at the same time, I was happy in the here and now. I was not waiting for the thing to happen for me to be happy. When I would, be achieving the thing, then I would be even happier, right? Amazing, great, I achieved it. But I was happy all the time, and that is the key, because at the end of the day, bro, we might literally die today. Think about it. Right now, you might be thinking that to be happy, to feel satisfied with yourself, you need to be making a lot of money to finally be financially free, retire your parents, be able to, fly around the world, go to Thailand and Bali and live there like a nomad, right? And so you might think that, and so you're probably, very probably, pushing your happiness over for the future. You're thinking to yourself, right now, I have to be unhappy, I have to be not satisfied so that I will one day maybe achieve that. But think about it, you might literally die in the airplane while you're getting to Thailand as soon as you have achieved your goal. And for those years where you were there hustling, you were unhappy. Why? Why? You literally are alive right here, right now. You not even know if you're going to be alive tomorrow. So why pushing your happiness over for the future? And the nice thing is that you can actually be happy while hustling, while doing those hard things that no one wants to be doing. And if you actually start to realize that you can be happy in any situation, you are going to be able to do those things that no one wants to be doing, and at the same time fucking enjoy it. Think how powerful that is. Everyone else is trying to avoid those hard things, going to the gym, being disciplined, eating well, no fab, semen retention, whatever, being strict about their sleep, and all of those kind of things. Everyone wants to avoid those things because it's painful. Everyone is running after pleasure. But if you actually realize and feel how you can be happy in any situation, because happiness is a choice, is not something that needs anything for you to be happy, then you're going to be able to do those things no one wants to be doing. Literally, that is my situation right now. Go to the gym, do those hard things, and disciplined, and all of those things with a big fucking smile on my face. And I enjoy it because I realized that to be happy, I just needed to choose to do so. And before I forget, let me tell you that if you have any other question or anything you're struggling with, anything you want my personal help with, you can book a totally free coaching call with me personally in the description down below by clicking on the only link there is. Anyways, really hope this video helped you out. If it did and if you liked it, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Do not miss on my future videos. Bro, really wish you all the best. Really wish you a lot of happiness. See you very soon. Ciao.